Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for taking the time out to tune in and check the videos out. Yes, you join me today on the Heart of Wales line trail. As you've seen, I just got off the station at Llanwrtyd. I'm going to walk back home over 50 odd kilometres. Why am I doing this, you may ask?
Why are you doing this?
Well, it's a bit of a challenge.
First of all, it's a challenge for me.
I know. Realistically, you could probably do this, in a good day.
Could take anything from between 12 and 50 hours.
But I'm going to camp out overnight because I got a bit of kit I want to review and test out. Not only the backpack, I'm going to review that. That's from Vector Tactical. I've got a one-man bivvy tent from Highlander Forces. The tryout, I got a head torch and battery bag from Lightcore, I think it's called. Plus I got a water filtration system and bladder pack, all to try out on this trip.
And again, it's a personal challenge for me.
Now it's 12:50 in the afternoon, so I started a little bit late. I could have come earlier this morning, but I'm hoping to pitch up, when it gets dark, which is until about 10 o'clock at night. So I won't do any long walk back shots and all that rubbish. I'm just going to push on now. First leg or stage is 11 kilometres. That's to the next station up.
Could be very dangerous, and yet on the other hand, it can be alright.
So I'm going to push on and see you there. I took a little alternative route to the Heart of Wales line trail. The trail actually skirts around this hill and just goes down there. I chose to go up the hill instead. Bit of an extra challenge in it.
Mainly because it's a challenge.
And coming this way, I'm hoping to get a good view of the viaduct as we approach it. But yeah, great view from here. You can see the vans here on the western side of the Brecon Beacons, and you can also see Van Vow. There, can't quite see Pen y Fan, but not far off. So yeah, even though we're quite a few miles from the Brecon Beacons, we can just about see them from here. Right, let's push on. Oh, there's a bridge down here. Made it. That was my train home. Never mind, we have to walk. Right, here we are at first checkpoint, Llanwrtyd station. And he's up there. Llanwrtyd, or we say Llanwrtyd. Should be a bench, so I'm going to sit down on the bench and have a drink. Right, there we are, that's the first checkpoint reached, Llanwrtyd station. I've taken some liquids on, a few calories. I have got the drone and carrying the drone in the bag today, but the wind's picked up, so I don't know if I get any drone footage, but we'll see. Right, so this leg, or stage, 18 kilometres, and it's a pretty tough one, this one. Well, the first half here anyway. Once you get around this viaduct, we've got to make our way up the hills a bit, zigzagging through the forestry, up over Sugarloaf. But once you get on top of the hill, it should be pretty easy going into the next town, which is Llanwrtyd Wells, the next station. But yeah, so that's 18 kilometres away, so that's a good few hours walk. So let's chat and get on with it. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, we're just approaching the viaduct now. As you see, there's some signposts. They're not always clearly defined. Just got to keep a look out from some of the places, some of the paths. Yeah, they say that you can't really see them, especially this time of year when the grass is long. So it pays well to bring a map. Yeah, some great little walks on the Heart of Wales line trail. So basically it follows the Heart of Wales line, which goes from Shrewsbury down to Swansea, and it doesn't follow the tracks, you know, right next to it. It follows bridleways and footpaths, you know, around it. Yeah, and you can take a train somewhere and then walk back, or walk somewhere and get a train back. And the good thing about it, the one section goes right past Bug Out HQ. Well, there we have it, is the viaduct. I went over that earlier on with the train on the way to Llanwrtyd. We should have a better view when we get around the corner. Those are a bit interested about it. Bit of an echo in there. Hello! Hello! For someone who's laid a bit of stone in their time, yeah, I can certainly appreciate the work that's gone into that. Right, there we are. There's enough of that. Let's push on. So yeah, again, you might be asking, why are you doing this? Why are you walking over 50 kilometers with a bag on, you know, at your age, at 50 years of age?
First of all, it's a challenge for me.
As I said before. And you've got to make sure you test your kit. This is what this video is all about, it's testing kit. Well, not this video, but this exercise. It's testing and reviewing kit. Plus with that, you've got to test yourself, haven't you? Sorry, a bit of a rant now. There's far too many channels out there ranting and raving about all sorts in the world. Oh, there's going to be food shortages. Oh, there's going to be droughts everywhere. Drought in Europe, drought in the UK. The reservoirs being low. The reservoirs are low in Mid Wales because they're doing work on them and they've drained them. It pissed down with rain this morning, and they forget we had like 6 months of rain over the winter. So yeah, it does wind you up a little bit when these people are going on and on about it. And instead of doing something about it, instead of going out there and putting the money where their mouth is, isn't it? And putting a bag on and getting out and pushing themselves and testing themselves, testing the gear. They'd rather just stay at home in the kitchen, show you the kit they got, show you whatever they've been buying, let it on that they're some sort of expert, and yeah, they don't actually do anything. So that's it, rant over. Anyway, while we're talking about the bag and the kit, what's in there I'm reviewing, I am going to set up a secondary channel just for kit reviews, because I've been sent a bit of kit lately. I've got a backlog of kit to review, and I don't want to flood the channel with just kit reviews. Sorry, mixing them in a little bit, but I'll set up a secondary channel, so if you just want to see kit reviews, you can just watch that. I'll still put some reviews on the main channel as well, but I'll also share them with the second channel. So the links for that will be below. I haven't set it up yet, but I will do the time this video goes out. So you could look at this like a bug out scenario, can you? Walking these trails, you know, staying off the main road, walking some distance with a pack on your back. Like I said, it's alright talking about it, saying you've got this bag and you can do this, you can do that. But until you actually go and do it, you don't really know, do you? So yeah, talking about bug out bags, Next video coming along will be a bug out bag review. I got 3 bug out bags, like inexpensive, middle of the road, and a bit more expensive bags. So I'm gonna do a variation of those, or comparison. Plus I'm gonna do a video on what I got in my own bug out bag. So you've got those to look forward to. Should be exciting. And talking about bugging out, episode 4 of A New Dawn will be out soon. I'm just going to finish that off. So yeah, keep posted for that. Right, that's enough bloody talking. I can see a massive forestry up there. I've got to skirt around that, I think, by the looks of it on the map. So I better put my head down, arse up, and get on with it. There somewhere. So I'll catch you in a bit. We are back at the train line again. First glimpse of the road down there, the main road, which we've got to cross at some point. Then we've got to get up over that hill through the forestry. Or if I just get you down this bit of a clearing, we should have a view of Sugarloaf. So I'm not very good angle there, showing my double chin. Right, here we go. That's the train line again. There's Sugarloaf. We've got to get up top of that hill up there. Yeah, the road. I'm gonna stop in a minute and have a drink. Up there is where I gotta go. Let's go for it. Right, I'm going to have a break here now. We've crossed the road, just walked on the track for a bit, and this is the start of the climb now, up to them trees like I showed you before. So I'll take a bit of water on, take some more calories on, might take the jumper off, calm down ladies, and then just go for it. Yeah, we've got a zigzag up the hill.
Don't forget a zigzag. You zig, I'll zag.
It's not been a great bit of filming, you're watching me panting going up the hill. So yeah, once I've had my break and set off, I'll probably see you again at the top.
Some time later.
Oh, at the top. That was hard work. There's 5 switchbacks, zigzags on the map, and I was counting them down going up. Yeah, through there. We're at the top now of the road. Yeah, killer. But you know, half an hour or so of hard work and it's done. It's out the way. So this bit of woodland or forestry is part of Crochan Forest, and many years ago when I was in Army Cadets we used to do a little bit of orienteering on these forests. So that got me into map reading, obviously orienteering, then obviously took that into the army. So yeah, it's a great skill to learn, map reading, but you have got to practice it. So if you do want to go out in the countryside with a pack, learn the map read. Don't rely on your devices. Get yourself a map, compass, and better still, get yourself on a course. We're on this long stretch down to Llanwrtyd. Most of us on the road, and yeah, hips are hurting a bit today. I don't know why. Should have brought my walking poles perhaps, but just gotta walk through it, and yeah. Oh, it's so peaceful. I'm walking a bit slower now, but it's a slight gradient. But you can hear the birds singing, or the wind going through the trees. Yeah, as I said before, the drone, I'm not going to bother putting the drone up. I can't be arsed stopping and getting out the bag and setting it all up and all that. Plus it is a little bit blowy. So I've again Second trip I've been out with the drone. I've not used it, never mind. But yeah, just very peaceful. Lots of trees down in the winter storm, from the looks of it. Just goes to show, doesn't it, that these forests may look pretty and welcoming, you know, for campers and, you know, whatever you want to do in the forest. Behave yourselves. But yeah, these fir trees come down really easy. They're planted very close together, and the root balls on them are very shallow. With a bit of wind, they can easily blow over. So you don't want to set your camp up in one of these plantations in the wind. All blown over. Right, forestry section done. That was a hard slog, to be fair. Yeah, but, I'm glad that's over. So in the distance, you know, I don't know if you see in this camera, you can see some forestry blocks on top of the hill. That's Man of Epynt. This is the Irvon Valley, Cambry Mountains over in the distance. Just down there in the dip is the town of Llanwrtyd Wells, and then 14 miles that way is home. Well, that's me at Llanwrtyd Wells, 8 o'clock at night. So what was that, 7 hours of walking? Yeah, hip is bloody hurting, so I'm gonna have to sit down, something to eat and drink, and then I'm gonna find somewhere to camp out for the night. Right, we're just leaving the station now at Llanwrtyd Wells, and it's about a 2-hour walk to the next station and next checkpoint, and I'm looking to camp halfway between, so another hour walk to the campsite. But there has been a bit of an issue with the walk, and something I have to go and deal with, so I'll fill you in with the info when we get to the camp spot. There we are, that's the last of the road now for tonight. We're on this bit of a trail to a bit of open access ground, or common ground. Never camped there before. Hopefully there's a suitable spot there. Approximately 40 minutes or so up here we should find it. So yeah, first time with this camping spot. First time with the one-man bivvy tent. First real test for this bag. And got a few other things to try out while we're camping out. And again, once I got set up, I'll let you in on the info about the issues I've just faced, but it's nothing serious. So there's a bit of rain forecast for tonight, which is good, because test the kit out. Other than that, it's pretty mild, a little bit windy, so all in all it should be pretty good. Well, I'm on the common ground, or common land, or open access I think it's called these days. So I've got to try and find somewhere to camp out. There's a house just over top of this bank, so I'll try and stay out of sight. So yeah, let's go and see if we can find a spot. Well, I found a spot. I think it's not ideal. It's very wet. As you can see, the marsh, and quite close to the house a bit, so we're down in the bank. It's a relatively flat, dry bit, so we should be right. So let's get the kit off and have a look at this bivvy tent. So here it is, the one-man bivvy tent. The Falcon from Highlander. Pack the pole separate just so I can pack this down a bit smaller. It's really lightweight. I think it's 900 grams, but I will go through the proper review and the specs and all that on a different channel. So we're just going to put this up for now and get a brew on. that's it, all set up. Just starting to rain a little bit, drizzle. The sky is full of it over there. Don't know if you can see. So I'm not going to hang about now. I'm going to get my seeping system in there and get the bag in there, and then see if we can get a brew on. Catch you in a bit. There we are, I got all my kit in just in time. It's just started to spit. And just enough room to put my bag in at all. Time that's zipped up, got enough room to put my bag in. So that's a bonus, because I was thinking at one stage I might have to leave the bag outside, which would have been another test for the bag, because I think it's supposed to be pretty waterproof. So I'm going to get them on warm clothes now, see if I can position myself in there and get a brew on. Another little gadget to try. New stove from Wild Camping International. We are pretty impressed with a little burner. What is that, less than 5 minutes? And yeah, boiled our water, no problem. And I was on quite a low heat, you know, it's pretty adjustable. So when I turned it up a notch, yeah, it boiled it real quick. So I think I'll treat myself to hot chocolate tonight. And not sure, yeah, I might even put some Fireball in it. So I made my brew. I've had to close the doors because just starting to rain a little bit. So there's plenty of room in here. I've kept a little bit of the door open at the top, still got a bit of rain cover on top of that, just to let a bit of, you know, air out, because I don't know what it's going to be like condensation wise. So obviously it's the single skin. So what I'll do, I'm going to have a cup of tea and then hit the hay, and we'll have a chat in the morning. I'll see you then. Nosta. Very else bright. Morning. It's wet, but the rain is supposed to stop in about half an hour or so. So I'm going to stay in a DOS bag until then. Still raining. I hope it clears up a bit, because it'd be pretty awkward trying to get organised in this cocoon. But the bivvy held up. It wet and windy last night, and yeah, kept the rain out. The only problem, it does like to condensate, so I have to keep a little bit of a opening on the door, a little bit of moisture out. Being a single skin bivvy, yeah, condensation's a bit of a problem. Still a bit damp. I managed to get up, put my trousers on, sleeping bags out in the dry bag. So I thought just shit to it, just get packed up in it, get on the move. Well, would you look at that? The sun's coming out. Got a little bit of blue sky coming our way. Look at that. Bit of blue sky. So Dave was home for the night. The Falcon one-man bivvy tent from Highlander. There's one issue with it, and that's a bit of condensation. But loads of room, easy to set up, and it kept me dry. Now it's time to pack it up and get a shift on. Right, we're back on the trail, and we're on this track for a while. Should hit the little tarmac road in a bit, which is good because it's a bit damp this morning in the long grass. Yeah, make my boots and my bottom of my legs a bit wet. But as I said before, I think we got about 4-hour walk to the end. I don't know what that is in kilometres or miles. I'll put it up here somewhere. But I will stop halfway for a drink and something to eat. Now as we go down the hill, we've got a better view of where we've got to get to now for a cup of tea stop. It's basically just up there on top of the hill, up on Epynt, within forestry blocks are. That's the Epynt Way, and I'll follow that trail all the way home. But it's a good uphill climb to get there. But before that, we've obviously got to get to Llanwrtyd, the little village down here where the next station's at. Now, I forgot to mention last night, ran out of time a bit, about my dramas with the walk, with the first half of the walk. When we got to Llanwrtyd, I was sitting down having a drink, whatever, I was checking the phone, and yeah, there's a couple of dramas I had to get back to at HQ, at the bug out. It's a bit of a shame, one being a bit of a delivery issue, and the other, which is my fault, totally forgot that I had a meeting booked with one of the guys from Highlander Outdoors, Alan. Totally forgot all about it, and so I had to get back for that, which is not a bad thing because the guys at Highlander, after that meeting, they're going to send me some more gear. It's more their forces gear, tactical stuff. I think I've got some bit of clothing coming, some bags, new food range of doing, freeze-dried food. So yeah, they're going to send me loads of stuff to try out. So I'll put them on videos, review it, and look to stock it in the shop. So even though I had to cut the walk at that point, which is not ideal, obviously, something good come out of it. So what I done once I'd sorted all that out and finished what I had to do in work, obviously come back and started where I left off. Never touched the bag, so the bag's exactly the same. I started off the same time as when I had to leave, so it was almost like it was never away. Not ideal, I know, but couldn't be avoided, I'm afraid. I was only 3/4 an hour from bloody camp spot, so yeah, it was a bit of a shame, but that's the joys of running your own business, isn't it? I suppose it's not very often where you can have a good few days off with no dramas when you're running your own business. Everybody thinks, oh, it's your own business, you can do what you want, you can have as much time off as you want and all this. No, it's never worked like that. When I was running the other businesses, I never had a week off for 5 years. Yes, I had the odd weekend off and all that, but yeah, the kids when they were small, we never had a week holiday, never had a week off for 5 years. So it's not all sunshine and rainbows running your own business. When dramas crop up, you got to deal with them. So just that's the way it is. But we're back on the trail and we're going to finish it. Now the trail is that way. We're going to take a little bit of a detour, only a few hundred yards, not even that, 100 yards, just to get to the station, just so I can document it, say we've been there. So this is a little village of Llanwrtyd, or Llanwrtyd Wells. There's a few towns on here with wells, obviously both wells, Llanwrtyd Wells, Llanwrtyd Wells and Llanwrtyd Wells. There's all these natural springs they found in the Victorian times, and people were convinced, especially the miners, they come up here and drink the water and it would cure them of their ailments. Right, here we are at the station. Llanwrtyd Wells. There we are, job done. Next stop now is at the trig point on top of the hill for a cup of tea. Right, Llanwrtyd, done. Just took my coat off and took some fluids on because it's uphill now. It's uphill for a good hour. So I'll see you at the top. Right, just pulled off the road onto this little gateway just for a minute because we've got a bit of a traffic jam. Right, here we are, it's the end of the track. Now we're heading up here. Head down, ass up. Let's go for it. Oh, there's a bit of a climb. I think we're over halfway up. You can't, I don't know if you see it on the camera, but Llanwrtyd is just down there. Llanwrtyd is way in the distance over there. You can just see a few houses on the side of the hill. Little village called Garth down there. And then 5 miles down the road is Built. So you got Cambry Mountains in the distance. So all this is the Avon Valley. I've got to climb up the top of there yet. Yeah, so can't afford to stop. Just keep going. See a red flag in the distance. That means we're nearly at the top. That's the start of the Epynt Ranges. Oh, Steady Bridge. Ranges and some. Yeah, so flags in sight. That means not far to go. Right, that's it, we're at this checkpoint where the Heart of Wales line trail meets the Epynt Way. And I've walked this trail before on a few different occasions. So the Heart of Wales line trail and the Epynt Way join together for a small section, and then we leave the Epynt Way at the other side of this hill. You can't see where I'm pointing. And then we pick up the trail again. So I reckon from here, a couple hours. That took us about an hour and 50 minutes, hour and 45 minutes. So not as long as I thought. That was a hard push going up that hill. I'm not going to bother eating now or making a cup of tea. I just take a bit of water on board because I'm feeling fit, feeling strong. If I do need some more calories, I've got some snacks in here, some beef jerky, homemade beef jerky. But I reckon I'll be right now for a couple of hours. Without further ado, let's get on with it. Heart of Wales line trail, Epynt Way. If you are walking the Epynt Way, 65km walk, just look out for the yellow marker post. Right, we've just come to the end of where the Epynt Way and the Heart of Wales line run together, and the flag is down. Don't see it very often. Yeah, so the last time I was up on this bit, but in reverse, was when me and Lee from Son of a Pitch walked about 10/12 mile walk for charity for combat stress. Plus we've done the great Tommy sleep out as well at the same time. Yeah, if you want to see that video, I think it's there. Yeah, so we're on familiar territory now. I am about 20 minutes behind schedule because halfway down that track, bumped into a guy walking his dog. He's on holiday locally, ex-squaddy. We served at the same sort of time, early 90s, left same time and about same age. So yeah, we had a good long chat, putting the world to rights. So that's why I'm about 20 minutes, half an hour behind schedule. But no, it was a good old chat, good old boy. Right, let's push on. I'm walking down here, just my own thoughts, isn't it? There can't be many UK survival, prepping, outdoor shops that take the kit out and put it through its paces properly. I not just mean like, you know, in the warehouse looking at it, doing unopening boxes, videos, you know, and just showing you what's inside and how it works, but actually going out there, putting stuff through its paces, including yourself, just to see if the kit is any good before trying to flog it. You can get any old crap in it. I see some of the shops, they sell any old rubbish, put it in a bag, put it all together. They don't care if it works or not, and unfortunately some people fall for it and buy it, but that's not me. So hopefully by the end of this video, when it goes out, I should have the other channel up and running where I'm going to concentrate more on kit reviews. Whether I got kit in the shop now or when new stuff arrives, we have a look at it and see if it's any good before putting it on the website. So if that's something you're interested in, there should be a link below where you can subscribe to the new channel. Can't quite see it, but just down this valley I can see the wood. You can see Bug Out HQ. First glimpse of Bilth from the woods. Now, I could have walked a little track or the road, tarmac road, down to the woods, but the idea of this is to follow these trails. So if you was in a situation and you wanted to bug out and obviously not be seen or trying to avoid as many people and that as possible, stay off the roads, isn't it? Follow these trails. So here we are, we're on Llanwrtyd, a hill I've walked a few times, and roughly about an hour from home, and we're just over 3 hours into the walk. We're about 3 hours and 20 odd minutes, but say I lost a bit of time chatting to that ex-squaddy, but it's turned into a beautiful day now. So join me for this last push. We're nearly there, that's if you're still watching. So I'll check back in at our last checkpoint. That's back at Bug Out HQ. Oh, nearly there. We're at St David's Church. So it's only 10 minutes from home. So as I said, this walk is all about challenge.
Mainly because it's a challenge.
Challenge for me, and obviously the kit.
And again, It's a personal challenge for me.
And if you want to see my thoughts on the kit, the bag, the Puri bag water filter, the torch, battery bank, stove, and the one-man bivvy tent, check out the review videos. They'll be on this channel and the review channel. And for those who are interested, here's how far I've walked, times, elevation gained, all that sort of palaver, all the stats in total. Well, here we are, back home. Exactly 4 hours and 10 minutes since I set off this morning. That's with a chat as well to a former ex-squaddy. So pretty good for time. Check out future videos for all the reviews and my thoughts on the kit. If you haven't done so already, please think about liking, subscribing, hit the notification bell. I think it's this side. And if you do want to see some more videos, check that one out and that one. And I'll catch you again next time. All the best.